Joining us now is former Navy Top Gun grad and fighter pilot Matthew "Whiz" Buckley and former commanding officer of the NYPD's elite scuba team, Mike Carew, the team that was one of those were the guys who were out there in their diving suits trying to save these folks. First of all, Matthew, I want to start with you because as we look at that horrific video of that helicopter plummeting from the sky, the rotary blades do not appear to be moving at that point. And it appears that pieces of the helicopter are falling off of it as it falls down. What could cause this to happen in a helicopter?
Elizabeth, my chest hurts watching this and just feel so bad for the victims, but you nailed it. I've seen recent videos. The main rotor blade had separated from the helicopter. And as you can see in the video you're throwing on the loop there is no tail boom. So something absolutely catastrophic, mechanical, happened to this helicopter. Don't want to speculate too far, but could have been in midair with a drone or something along those lines. But Elizabeth, in a helicopter, there is a lot of moving parts, and these moving parts have to work flawlessly all the time. If something is out of alignment in a helicopter, bad things can happen. And these tourism helicopters, they are workhorses. They do a lot of flying. So I'm sure the NTSB and the FAA is going to be digging into the mechanical records of this helicopter.
Yeah, they're workhorses, Matthew. And also we know that this crash happened not shortly after taking off. It was a good ways into this tourist flight. They had flown this family from the southern tip of Manhattan all the way north to the GW Bridge, which if you're from or familiar with the New York City area is way up there, and then was turning around to head back down south. So it looks like it was more than halfway through the flight.
It's not going to matter, Elizabeth, at what portion of the flight. If something goes wrong in a helicopter, it goes wrong pretty bad. They absolutely had no opportunity to auto-rotate. If there's an engine issue with a helicopter, you can auto-rotate, and this helicopter had floats on it, could have landed in the Hudson, but you need a rotor, and you need a tail boom. And in these videos we're seeing, it disintegrated. Something absolutely catastrophic happened, and it just, my chest is heavy for this.
Mike, as you watch this video, I know that you were on this dive team. They want to go in there and save folks, but I don't know how anybody could survive just the impact of a crash like that. It wasn't like the miracle on the Hudson when that passenger plane sort of glided in and touched down. Still rough, but managed to touch down on the Hudson River. This was a straight down crash.
Yeah, absolutely. And first I want to thank you for having me here. And correct, I wasn't a commanding officer. I was just one of the divers on a dive team.
We just promoted you, but go on.
Yeah, there you go. So make sure it reflects my paycheck. Anyway, sorry, but yeah, exactly. It's a tragic thing, and that was my first thoughts. Watching this crash from that height, at any impact. Like you said, if it had done an auto rotate, they might have had a possibility of surviving. But to hit the water at that speed and impact upside down, it's really a terrible thing. Again, with the windows, the windows, everything else, it's not made or designed to take that kind of impact.
Yeah.
And the same thing, even though they're strapped in, the blunt trauma that they probably received when they hit the water. So, as tragic it is, and the divers wanted to do the best rescue, I think it was, a very, very difficult time for them to even make that possible.
And Mike, in this case, you talked about being strapped in. It's not just a seatbelt like you have on an airplane. There's a shoulder harness. The people are sitting very close together. You're sort of wedged into these helicopters, and there isn't a flight attendant on board to help facilitate evacuations. This is a totally different thing to evacuate from a helicopter than it is to evacuate from a passenger plane.
Yes, absolutely. And again, with that kind of impact, even the cars or anything else, seats, they're gonna rip apart. And there's not that much room in it, so they will probably bang off each other, and maybe even again the top of the helicopter caving in a bit, probably even caused traumatic injuries also.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.